Welcome to episode 2 of Rusty Reviews. Today, we are going to be looking at another one of my favorite video games of all time, another game made in 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2. This game was the biggest competition for Game of the Year, other than God of War. Obviously, it didn't win. Regardless, it is still one of the best video games of the last 10 years. I want to start by talking about the beginning of the game. It had a very slow start and you don't really do anything. You're trekking through the snow for like an hour trying to learn the tutorial. The tutorial is already so easy. The game is so easy. The game pretty much plays itself. It aims for you, rides your horse for you, does pretty much everything for you. So a tutorial for that long is pretty unnecessary and it drags on quite a bit. But I do want to talk about the easy gameplay a little more. A lot of people hate it, but also a lot of people like it because the game seems a little daunting at first for somebody who's doesn't play video games, but it is surprisingly very, very, very easy. The game does every single thing for you. Not only does it ride your horse for you, not only does it shoot for you, it tells you exactly where to go, what to do, and everything you will ever need. Speaking of it telling you where to go, a slight problem I have is for all the missions, you go to the start of the mission, and then you just ride for 10 minutes to another location to actually start the mission. I don't know why you can't just start at the second location and save time. It really, really wants you to listen to the dialogue. The map is huge. It is one of the largest open world video game maps I have played on in a long time, and it's not dull either. There's things to do everywhere. There's NPCs and plenty of side missions. There are side missions that you could do for hours and hours. You could spend more time on the side missions than the full game if you really wanted to. There are things like small mini games. You can talk to people who would invent things later, like football or remote control. There are so many things you could do in just the side quests alone. And I would highly recommend that you do the side quests. Anything to extend the time playing this game is going to be worth it, especially while you're listening to the music. The music in this game, it is slow and it is subtle, but you will definitely grow to appreciate it after playing the game a lot. And some important moments in the story have iconic music. One iconic part of the story is when you fail a heist and get stranded on a random island for a few hours, and it is probably the worst part of the story. It completely halts the story to a stop and you just have to figure out how to get off the island and you have nothing. It is probably the worst part of the story. But that doesn't matter because this game, you're going to be playing it for a long time. It takes around 20 hours to beat, and definitely story alone is worth it, especially for the endings. You can have a high honor ending or a low honor ending, and then you can keep going in the prologue after that, which is very satisfying and definitely worth completing. Now, I do want to touch on the online. The online is awful, and I don't recommend you play it at all. I think it is the absolute worst part of the game by far. The game takes place 150 years ago, but the prices are still the same on most items. You can tell that it is really just a cash grab. It's unfortunate because it had a lot of potential. With that is going to conclude this episode of Rusty Review. I will finish it out with a rating. I'm going to give this game a 9.5. If I were to include online with it, it would be much lower, but I know a lot of people would not do that, so I'm not going to do that. I'll leave it at a 9.5. The story is amazing, and even after you beat it, there's still so much to do. And with that, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that. It is all going to help so much. Thank you.